Good afternoon, everybody, from here in Scotland. I was hoping to be outside, but as you can see, it's actually a bit grey and cloudy, so I am just sat on the chair. I channel the workshops in for you with Aringus's amazing lotus gone behind me, and I do have, so I've got my jumper on there. I do have the universal one beside me. So I have been channeling your preparation meditation workshop for those who are going to take part in the equinox retreat, which I channeled 3 weeks ago. And it's still not out for booking, although one person's booked because Aringus is working on it. Now my meditation will get uploaded. So as soon as that goes out, if you order it, it'll automatically come into your inbox. So, phew, how are you finding these energies? I thought I would just come on. It's been a really, really intense week, so I thought I would come on and just talk to you about everything, because a lot of people are going through a lot at this time, and you might be feeling a bit alone, or you may be dealing with some trauma. Oh, hi Meghna, bless you. Sending you love. Please comment below if you're watching, because it helps more people see that I am live. And yeah, I'm just going to do a catch up because I've been not so available this week. Physically, I'm really struggling with this moon. It is moon time for me. I used to always be at the full moons, and my cycle changed the week I went to France. It was a week late, and now I am in moon time. The new moon, so that's unusual and quite painful. So yesterday I rested, and today I think I wanted to rest a bit more actually. So where we're going to start with this chat, this is an update. I have channeled all the full moon personal messages. There was 50 for everybody who opted to have that. So Aringus is just too overwhelmed. There's just too much for him work-wise to do. I'm going to have to sort out staffing. I'm going to have to set up a new website. I've just got to make things better in the background to support you all. But luckily, Kira, who worked for us during lockdown, she's a sound engineer. She's going to come back into the fold, and she can work Fridays, some Fridays. So tomorrow, all your files will start to go out. So if you're waiting for a file, then all the personal messages will be coming out tomorrow for you all. So that's the first thing that I wanted to share with you. So if you're waiting for a personal message, that will be coming out tomorrow because I've done them. They're all done. The hold up is just the processing, which is why I sort of had to stop doing it, because I lost my sound engineer. It's quite hard to find people to do it, so it's a lot of pressure on Ringas. And so although I may be speaking to you for 4 minutes, it still takes about another 10 minutes behind the scenes to process them out. And I just can't do it. I've finished all my backlog of soul channelings as well. So if you had been invited, you should have your file. Aringus is going to focus on soul channelings. So they are out. So check, let us know if you don't have it and you're waiting for soul channeling that you've paid for. As I said, the 50 of you who are waiting for your individual messages, they'll come out tomorrow. Tonight we have lunarity healing, crystal skull healing. And it's maybe one that you've not considered, but it could be really, really affecting your life. I hadn't considered it until 2 weeks ago. Actually, maybe even just last week. Being falsely accused of something. Have you ever been in that position where someone accuses you of something and you're like, wait a minute, I didn't say that. Or no, that's not what happened. And oh yeah, that's just for one course though, Meghna. I had soul channelings to do on top of that as well, plus workshops. Yeah, that's why I had to stop adding them into every single full moon. I had to bring a charger in because I just can't do it. It was taking up my whole life. So have you ever had that experience where in this lifetime, maybe even as a teenager, your friends accuse you of something, or your parents growing up, you did this and it was your sister. They can be echoes of a timeline when you were maybe accused of being a witch, accused of being a Cathar when they were being persecuted in France, accused of being, in World War II, there was the Gestapo, there was the the Inquisition was the Cathar time. But, you being persecuted falsely. Not that there's ever an appropriate time to be persecuted. But, a lot of innocent people are in jail. We've just had our biggest case in the UK. This man was falsely imprisoned, can you imagine, for 17 years. He, I think, pled his innocence all the way through. He'd done appeal. They kept pushing it down the line. And now new sort of DNA testing has proven that it was either a rape or a murder. I think it was a rape. And it wasn't him. And he kept saying it wasn't him. And the science has now proven it. Why is that? Why did that person go through that? Quite a few people ask me. Well, it would be an echo from a past life. So I woke up one morning and realised that, somebody that's not in my life anymore, but I just had the feeling they had falsely accused me of stuff in this life. And just their perception of things. I saw nothing major, but they were going to really seriously accuse me of something, and I hadn't done it. I hadn't done what I was going to be getting accused of and stuff. It was a dream, but I think it was showing me this timeline's coming up for everybody just now. If you've not processed your trauma from being falsely accused, most of us were accused of being witches or were practicing not witchcraft, but it was medicine. But we're all witches. We know how to utilize the energies. So if you have this in your matrix, that, people will start accusing you. I mean, I've got a dear friend at the moment whose neighbours are constantly phoning the police or phoning planning, and it's like ridiculous, accusing them of things like, this is not happening, this isn't, what's going on. And so this is all coming up. It's all coming up at this time because it's in the collective consciousness. We're moving into truth. We're moving into everybody living their lives in integrity and truth. And what happens if you don't clear these because you've not thought about it, you've not realized that you have these vibrations, these timelines, these carousel effects, these teachings you want to learn and clear in this timeline. If you've not done the work on it, then things are going to happen, Things are going to happen again until you release the fear, the anger, whatever the emotion you have. So mine's fear. I just go into fear of being accused of something. Like, I'm that person who's driving down the road and a police car passes you and they're just driving to their next job. You're like, oh my God, have I done something wrong? Are the police after me? You've probably been falsely accused in the past. And since I've advertised this course, bizarrely, all my Facebook feeds are flashing up with stories of people, the police, people do videos on their dash cams and stuff, and the police pulling them over and not treating them well and things. And yeah, so it's just all the energy, because this is what happens, the collective consciousness, things get stirred up. And so lunarity tonight is going to clear our past life memories, soul memory, traumas of being falsely accused. I know I've been imprisoned a few times in past lives because I do a lot of work on my past lives for clearing the timelines, and I've had 5 or 6 timelines where I've been falsely accused. One where I falsely accused someone else, and that was not good. I think I've told this story in workshops, so involved my husband and with the soul that is my husband now. He wasn't my husband then. And I have a lot of guilt. I was going to say I had, but I have a lot of guilt about that. So I still need to clear that. Your language will tell you. Language will tell you things. So I can't say I had a lot of guilt about that lifetime. I've still got it. So that has to go. So I'm going to ask Lunarity to clear where I falsely accused somebody and where I've been falsely accused of something. So yes, Laura, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is why it's all coming up in the collective. I'm sure we've all been falsely accused. If you didn't have an accusation when you were at primary school or university or something, you were doing well. My son comes home like indignant because a teacher's done this or a kid's told a lie and got away with it and stuff. So, it's still in the collective consciousness. And this is what Lunarity is asking for the healing to be, because we want it cleared before the equinox. The equinox is next week. I'm so late in getting my workshop out. I'm sorry, it is going to go out and it's going to be a really good one. I know it's only going to speak to certain people. There's only so many people want to move into fully living in the seventh dimension, but hopefully lots of you want to have that experience because it's what we're here for. But, do go on, have a look at what Lunarity is offering. I'm going to do where you've been falsely accused or where you've falsely accused other people as well. And just let's get this whole accusation. Need to accuse somebody of something. Need to have accusations against you. Let's just have all this out of our matrix. And as Laura says there's anger associated with it because it often involves the jealousy of others. And that's right. That's why people do it. In that timeline I'm talking to you about that I had the guilt, it was jealousy. I wanted the ringus. It was the cockle picker timeline. For those I have told the story to in workshops, I'm sure I have, where I was the daughter of quite a posh family, and I was the witch. I was the one doing my medicine with my herbs and everything, and Aringus was just a common cocklepicker, but I was in love with him because I used to walk down to the beach and he used to give me all this spiritual insight, and I could see elementals. I was drawing pictures of them. I wouldn't marry the rich men my mother kept funneling through. But Aurelius wasn't interested because he was happily married, and so I think I was close to getting possibly accused of being a witch, and so I accused her and she wasn't a witch, and then tried to retract it, but it was too late. They didn't believe me because I was a posh family and they were commoners, and it was just Middle England at that time. And yeah, it's not my proudest moment, but I'll own it. So it's definitely something for us to be looking at in our lives at this time. So yeah, you can have a read, see if it resonates for you. In fact, I think it resonates for everybody, but whether it does. And just let them, even if you're busy at the time. I am thinking a lot of Americans are saying you'd like to do the Thursday healings. The problem is Europeans, it would be the middle of the night. So whether I do a double time to help the Americans out who want to have it at night, or I set it up for a different day. I do like to keep my Sunday one as that frees my weekend up. But yeah, I am looking into it, so you can let me know. Thursday works for us. Thursday night ones work for us in Europe, but I know that it's mostly Americans who do take part. So that leads us into the Virgo New Moon tonight at about 2:40 or something a.m. It's the middle of the night for us in Europe, but you'll see the new moon about 9 o'clock if you're East Coast America, I think. And so this Virgo new moon is all about star being communication with Earth. Virgo is the Earth sign. It's all about details. It's all about sort of precision, and essentially that's why we've got this opportunity to connect with our galactic brethren, which means our brothers and sisters, to remind us of who we are from our star brothers and sisters, to reconnect with them. So that is on tomorrow night. Hopefully you will be able to join for that too. And we can really harness the energy of the opportunity that is offered to us. Obviously, if you can't do it live, that's okay. You get the recording, but those who can come on live will do in the gong bath. And you're getting 2 bonus meditations, which are well, they'll be post-records or maybe pre-records if I do them tomorrow. I'm waiting until the new moon point to channel them. So we're getting an ease transmission. So it's all about living in ease. That's what we're moving to do. And then there's going to be the one supporting us with the connecting with them in our dream time and stuff. So please check that out and keep an eye on your emails as soon as you can book for the equinox. I know a lot of you have been waiting for this course. You'll get the automatic download of the meditation. I did it this morning. It was quite blasting, I should say. But the sun's coming out, so I might actually get out for my walk. But I wanted to show you, I've got 6 Galactic Federation crystal skulls at an amazing price of only £60 plus the VAT. You'll not get a bargain like this again. They have been asked to be carved over 6 months ago, and they finally arrived. So they are on the shop. I'll show you some of them. So the Galactic Federation are a collection of many different star beings who club together to help seed Earth's consciousness to sort of create humanity, this great experiment. And the Galactic Federation are emissaries from all the different star races who are just keeping track of us all and letting us know the path ahead, letting us know where we require to do some work on ourselves, what healing they can offer, just general guidance is what they are about. And so these skulls are great to, I sleep every night holding on to a crystal skull to let them do their work on me. So they're a great hand size, for sleeping. They're good ones, or you could carry them about with you. This one is the bloodstone one, so it's a beautiful one. Sorry, I've not got this on stand, and I keep forgetting to put my video microphone on. You can see the red in it, maybe. Photographs are up. So this bloodstone, great for working, for grounding, for working your blood, for working on the root chakra. And this one, okay, so this one's particularly from Sirius A, so a lot of you Sirians incarnate, this one's looking for a home. So if you're working with the Sirians just now, the bloodstone one would be a good one for you. I've also got, really hard to get, Ancestralite. So this is hematite and red jasper, connecting us with our ancestors, our galactic ancestry. And this is Pleiadian, so the wisdom of the Pleiadians. I need to remember this to put it on the website. And this lovely one here, it's green jade. It's got some pink jade in it and white jade. I love its speckly colours. Hi Kim. Do you like the energy of that one? I love the energy of this one. So I'm going to do a course. People are asking me to do courses on how to work with the skulls. They are half price in the sale. The Crystal Skull workshops I've done. Healing the skulls, how to connect with skulls. They're half price in the sale. I will do a new one at some point, but if you want one just now. Summer sale is running till Sunday. Do have a look. I am going to do my top 20 picks. I wrote it all out and the computer didn't save it. So I need to sit and go through them all again. I can remember quite a few, but I'm a bit upset that I lost them all because that was an hour's work. All gone, so I have to sit and do that now. But I'm going to love you and leave you unless anyone has any questions just now you want to ask me. Yeah, I'm looking to set up the one-to-one. The webpage is going to go live next week. I've got my first client. The one-to-one 2 week, well, it's really going to be a month, but fast track your ascension. So that's going to involve a whole program of things. You're going to get access to me. We're going to do one-to-one healing sessions on Zoom. I'm going to channel soul channeling for you. I'm going to do a gong healing specifically for your frequency from Orangus. You're going to get an ascension sphere set. You're going to get 3 crystal skull healings plus channelings, another 2 of your choice, which won't have a channeling. And it'll all be developed on what your soul is requiring for its fast track at this time. There'll be a guided channeled meditation that's just for your soul as well. And 2 weeks sort of access to me, and then 2 weeks to keep up whatever routine has been devised for you or for whatever you're working on, and then a final check-in. So it's really a month's support. So some of you are on the waiting list for that. If you want to go on it, you just need to drop an email to accounts@elementalbeings.co.uk. The exchange is £1,500, which will be plus VAT in the UK, because we do have to unfortunately charge that, and that goes straight to the government. Those of you abroad don't have to pay it, so anyone out with the UK does not have to pay VAT. So if you're really committed and you think, yep, I'm good to go, I've got the cash, I want to do it, then you can drop an email to Dawn, even if you're on the list, just to highlight that you're really keen on this. As I say, I've already got the first person who is just waiting. I was meant to have started it, but just everything's a bit crazy at the moment. The recording studio and office that's going to be in the garden was meant to be happening coming mid to end this month. It's now been delayed to October, which I suppose is inevitable with bills at the moment. But, so that's just holding some things up at this point. And possibly looking for staff as well. Looking to add to the team. So, certainly anybody local in Argyll, get in touch. But as I say, if you're late joining in, then your personal messages, my previous staff member is going to come back and help us out 1 day a week occasionally. So that's Friday, that'll go out. Your 47 messages that need to go out, they'll be coming this Friday. Okay, so keep an eye on your emails and keep in touch. I'll see those of you in the ethers tonight for Lunarity, which is going to be a big one, and then hopefully lots of you on the call tomorrow night for the new moon. I hope you can make it along and we can enjoy the energies of this time. Okay, thanks for being with me and have a lovely day.